going on, everybody? It's your boy Rail back with another review, man. Come on, it's Tele Tuesday. I know it's late. But it's here. Okay, this is Sons of Anarchy Season 2, Episode 3, the review. All right. Now, before I get into this, I would like to first salute the Discord gang. All right, those listening on Apple and Spotify podcast, and of course you, the viewer here on YouTube. Welcome. Join in. Come on in. Let's get this thing started. Now, first and foremost, before I get into this review, we have to acknowledge, when you're making a film and you're trying to formulate these ideas in your brain and you try to put it to paper and then put it on screen, very few people are able to bring those things to life. And even fewer people are able to bring those things they were able to bring to life to something fantastic and earth-shattering and emotional and groundbreaking. So we have to salute Luann. Oh yeah. I mean, who else? What genius mind would be able to shoot a flick where there's a businessman getting spanked in the office and his mistress finishes off the last little swallow of tequila, and does she chuck the bottle into the garbage? Psh, let me finish with this man-slave here. No. Did she put it in the recyclables like a responsible human? No. She shoved it right up the... I was like, what? What? I don't know. That was different. That was a hell of a scene right there. That's a wild industry. Never. And Juice and Tig, just as ignorant, standing up, clapping, applauding, which they should. That's a powerful scene. I don't know. I don't know where else you'd get that. I've never heard of such things. So it was groundbreaking. In this episode here, I said, God damn. What's the name of this place? Kara? Whatever. A lot of things took place here. But what are we gonna get into first? We see. Let's go down to the destruction of Gemma right now. Like, she's spiraling, rightfully so. Still dealing with PTSD. Things ain't right at home with Clay. Clay's waking up. He's used to seeing his wife next to him, and we get the feel like we don't know how much time passed, but it's been a while because the way the caveman entered the dinner table, he was hot. Okay, he was upset. So time had to be going. He's like, look, can we talk? What's going on? And she's like, no, I got to get to the office. We just saw her fiercely chopping parsley. And she's lying to him about how it's not him. It's her, which is true. But she says she's still shaken up by this accident and she just ain't really quite got herself together. And he's asking like, oh, okay, so when? And how can I help? Which are fair questions. And then you think like, damn, what type of car accident was she in? Like, she cut up her face a little bit, smashed the car. She's good. It's a car accident. Like, what's the deal? It's something here that's missing. Like, your vibe is off. Like, what the fuck? Clay's feeling that. Did you know they had a bird? I know they had a bird. But the argument from the kitchen table did not resolve itself, right? Because Clay wants answers. He's fucking fed up. So much so that in true caveman fashion, he took his anger out on poor prey. That bird was over there minding his business. Okay? And he looks like a caveman hunting for dinner. He grabbed something and threw it at the goddamn bird. Hope he didn't hit it. But if he did, get Pete on his ass. We don't do that no more. I'm sure no birds were harmed in the filming of this episode. So relax, everybody. I think the bird's okay. And she did have business to take care of, incidentally. So she goes to work. And then in pops Unser behind her. He's concerned. He's one of two other individuals that know. Okay, so he's checking on her well-being. He's very much invested in Gemma at this point. And it's like, well, this is a great friend. Sure. So he's coming in, fake happy. I've never seen Unser this happy. And she's like, what the fuck got you so cheery? He's like, well, I joined this cancer group. And, it's really giving me different perspective in life. So we see. I love his presentation. He put on the whole song and dance. This man is miserable every scene. But he knows in order to pitch this idea to Gemma, even his miserable, cancerous ass has to like put on the smile, slap on the red nose, and do a jig and try to really get this thing over to her. And she's like, "Oh well, I'm glad that's working for you." He's like, "Yeah, it is. It's probably top thing I've ever done." Also, by the way, not that I was, I just happened to peruse and find a place outside of Charming that deal with, people that has been sexually, sexual issues, you know, people that's been sexually assaulted. I heard there's a group, and I'm just saying, and Gemma, in pure Gemma fashion, responded like we all thought she would. Do I look like some Bible thumper? Like, really, look at me. Do I look like the person that's gonna sit around, hear other people's problems, and I'm gonna do? And I was like, fair enough. Gemma is super selfish. Why would she care how anybody else feels? You know, Hunter knew it was a long shot. He was like, I just, thought I'd let you know. Fuck it. I'll go. But the way she attacks again, I don't think he mentioned anything about church. Maybe they met up at a church. I don't know. But she really took to the thrashing of the Bible and the church and everything. Something bad happened to Jim in this church. I don't know. I don't know what the disconnect is. I'm like, God, Jesus. No pun intended. I'm like, damn, Gemma really is not for religion. Like, okay, cool. But we still see her like in that scene, she's lingering off like, oh, something's gotta work, cause this is tough. We see Tara checking in on her, coming in for a little piss test to make sure she didn't contract anything, everything's safe, and she says she ain't had sex in 3 weeks. So now this is when she lets us know just how long it's been. And oh well, this was a fast forward because now Clay is hot. She left the table. He left the table. She didn't want to talk. So now he pulls up to her at work, and she still don't want to talk. Now it's a thing. Now he's taking it personal. Okay. And Clay cannot think beyond his caveman emotions. So his first thing is to just rage out. And like you're gonna only be presented with the same energy from Gemma. And that's how she's gonna react. Like, come on. Like, as long as Clay known Gemma, when did he think yelling at her, commanding her, you can't go to Kara, I don't want you there. My friend needs me. Fuck your friend. Now you want to talk? When did this ever work for Clay? Did this ever work with Gemma? Ever. I could see you being the sweetest human being to Gemma and that not getting you nowhere. So why the fuck would you think yelling at her and then you go so far as to tell her what she ain't gonna do? You might as well just I don't know. Maybe his anger clouded his judgment, but it was dumb. She speeds off, and Clay is hot after the chase. Now, who else is headed to Kara? That's right, Jax. And they were just having a wonderful bike ride. Him and Tara, they just so in love, so in love. They in the park having a nasty picnic, about to do something nasty. And what's going on? Luann is calling. She's fired up because Bobby is working there, which I thought was weird. Now, how did Bobby get there? Clay put him on. Bobby been locked down for 2 months and stayed solid. He didn't know if he was going to be in there 2 months, a year, or the rest of his life. If this murder went through, either way, he wasn't flipping on the club. He looked quite comfortable in his prison jumpsuit. So salute to Bobby for keeping it a bean. Like he kept it 100. Like this is what I signed up for. Fuck it, I'm here. It is what it is. And I guess Otto just gonna have company in this bitch. So for being a good soldier and being patient, I mean, 2 months is a long time not to make no money. So Bobby's feeling it. You know what I'm saying? He just got shot and had to do a gig. He had to become Jewish Elvis. You know what I'm saying? No Kanye, no Ye. All right, I can safely say this. So he went to perform with a bullet in his shoulder. So salute to him. When you got kids, bro, ain't no excuses. Oh, I've been shot. Fuck you, pay me. Oh, your house burned down. Fuck you, pay me. That's basically, yeah. The kids are the mobsters from Goodfellas. That's what your kids are. So his kid's going through all type of shit. It's been 2 months. He ain't made no money. So Clay being a this every once in a while, Clay makes a good president move. He makes a solid president move. He's like, yeah, no, for your loyalty, I'll tell you what, put you on a Jackson's little porn gig, hook you up with a salary that should hold you down till you get back on your feet, start getting shit straight. And I'm like, that's solid. But it is Jack's play. And because it's Jack's play, I guess this is his money, but it all goes to the club. I don't quite know how these things break down, but okay, Clay did make a move without taking it to a vote. Again, I mean, this is the typical. I ain't gonna lie. It seems like quite a few times um, things are not being brought to the table for a vote. So it seems very regular at this point. But since Bobby started working there, now Luann is hot. And he just seems to be doing the little bookkeeping. Like all he's doing is he's a glorified accountant, making sure her receipts are in order, making sure they're ready for TurboTax, right? Everybody's excited about tax season. Not those of us that have money, but we all look forward to tax return, a lot of us. So I'm not understanding some tax write-offs. Maybe Bobby could find a loophole. Maybe this porn industry could be large into like a religion or something. Like maybe it's a religious experience having bottles shoved up your ass. That's who knows. There's probably I'm sure there's a tax loophole for that. I mean, it should be. That's a drastic move. But anyway, I digress. I don't know. So I'm not. So it does seem like something's fishy because she's cussing. She's freaking the fuck out. So we got two people headed to the porn house, and it's looking bad. All right, Jax get there. Tara's like, "Hey, I'll tag along. Fuck it, I ain't got nothing to do." And he's excited. You see that excitement from Jax? Like, really? You want to come while I do club business? Like, oh, sure. Now, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, Jax, you're about to go to a place full of naked women getting smashed. Yeah, I think your girl would want to maybe babysit you. You being you, of course. I mean, Jax isn't the most, I don't know, monogamous dude we've ever seen. He's been known to slang meat to make deals happen here. This is Jax we're talking about. So Tara, I don't know. He took it as though Tara is trying to be a little bit more involved since she, asked that question. She got that answer, and she's still here. And now she's tagging along, looking like she's more clubby. No, come on, Jax, open your eyes, brother. But anyway, good move by Tara though. I like how she presented it. Nah, babe, it's no problem. I'll follow you to the porn house. Yeah, come on. Come on, my day's free. Yeah, I bet it is. If it wasn't free, it fucking is now. So, and then Gemma's pulling up too, and she's mad. Because Luann called her and she's mad. And now Clay is following her because he's mad. And the caveman has lived up to it. Let's see what the caveman has done. The caveman has tried to sling some object at a bird, like he was looking for dinner. He then goes ugga bugga to his lady, chases her down. Then when he catches her, they have just a brawl of words outside where he is smashing out the windows to a car I'm sure he had some financial investment in. But I was like, that's fine. They do own the auto shop. So he's busting out windows. And then he started doing this weird punching the shit out the car with his bare hands. She was like, yeah, you arthritic asshole. I was like, yeah, your hands are kind of important. I was like, you're dumb. You're dumb. And she just kind of like politely kicked his bike. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. It looked like I'm like the elderly home ran out of Jello and people are upset. I'm like these people are too goddamn old to be doing whatever the fuck this is. It looked like he had Alzheimer's. Like he forgot that he looked like he was a wrestler that I mean like a boxer that took too many punches to the head back in the day. So now any black SUV he sees, he's just like fuck it, I'm gonna box the shit out of it. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, okay, you're only hurting yourself. This is only. And then Tig is sitting there with Tara, and they just soaking up the show. Meanwhile, Jax is like being sexually harassed by this girl who has claimed that she needs him for security. Like, oh, and Luann takes him to the side, lets him know, like, look, Jax, she really like you. You know what I'm saying? just go along with it. All right, she's the top earner here, so keep her happy, so we could keep the lights on in this building. Keep shoving glass bottles up people's asses. Like, I need this, so please. And Jack's like, yeah, I'm in. I got it. So he indulges her, telling her how safe she's gonna be, all this, and you know. Then when Tara walks in and sees all this, she's attacking Tara out the gate about coming up to. Oh no, this is when they left out. So now she is using Jax as his personal security, right? And he's playing the game, and then we find out because Jax puts Luann to, he just eases her brain about the whole um, Bobby working there. Like, hey, you're just doing some book work. Like, relax, it's okay. It's fine. The business now you could just worry about creating and making art. You ain't got to worry about the financials. You got somebody here. No big deal. Well, the big deal was Bobby sat back there and discovered that she has been skimming. She has been stealing from the club for about 6 years. Because when you saw Bobby take them glasses off and had a conversation, it's like, look at this shit here. We've been missing some money. No, we're gonna have to. And she's like, please, Bobby, don't tell about it. I mean, it's my company, and I'm like, oh, makes sense. I knew something was up. Why would anybody that be that angry about an accountant coming in? If it was the IRS, then I understand. It's just fucking Bobby we're talking about, right? He's a fucking part-time Elvis. Like, chill out, lady. But yeah, I guess you would be hot if you were stealing, and that's what she was doing. Now, I'm kind of with her on that. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the most honorable person here, but if I hire the staff, do the filming, do the editing, if I'm doing all the work, and y'all did give me startup cash, and I am supposed to break y'all off money, which I'm doing, and then when the club is in financial troubles, I did have that money to help bail you out. Yeah, I think that's fine if I take a few extra bucks for my hard work that I basically keep and just not give to you. Like, I'm not mad at her. But I guess, once you in bed with criminals, this is what you got to do. So, Bobby's now like, oh shit, Otto's not going to like this. The club's not going to like this. You just started something. Now, as Luann is begging and pleading for Bobby not to do that, she comes up with the brilliant idea of, have you seen my films? I said, oh, please, stop it, lady. Stop it. Don't do what I think you're about to do. Oh, yeah, she did. Yes, she did. She said, I got a She sounded like the fucking Liam Neeson from Taken. I have a set of, what do you say? I have a set of specific skills, right? And I'm like, what? What? Is she about to take in his ass? Like, yeah, so please let me perform these duties on you and make you forget that I owe you and the club 6 years worth of dues. Like, Bobby. And he gladly accepted. Like, fuck it. I'm like, so you about to smash? So I'm like, okay. So Bobby, you about to smash one of your homies' old ladies? About to smash Otto? He's locked down. So you're gonna take her down, and not only that, but you're gonna take this sex and chalk it up to 6 years worth of payment that was missing to the club. That can't be. That can't be. No man should be that horny on planet Earth. No, especially a fake fat Elvis. Like, come on, you getting some action. Bobby, it cannot be that dry for him. The club has been providing him ass left and right since he's been out of jail. He's woke up on pool tables and couches with face full of ass. So I'm not understanding his motivation. Are men that simple? Like, he really made us look bad out here as men. Like, no, 6 years worth of money is a lot of money, ma. And your man's who could have snitched on us and freed himself and put the rest of the club on Rico, and he chose not to do that because he was looking out for you. And I'm supposed to what? And you offering up the ass like, well, jail is different rules. I say, yo, Bobby is off my I like him list. That's nasty shit. For real. Like, that's fucking left field. No. But then we see and then when everybody's heading out, right, you see Clay grabbing Gemma and she freaks out. And who's there to her side? Tara. Now everybody's confused. The whole scene when that thing ended, Clay is confused. He's like, I didn't even really touch her. Jackson's like, did you hurt my mama? Or nah, I saw it, but I don't know. And then he's looking and sees Tara being there to support his mama, and he's extra confused. So everybody's just outside in this parking lot, like fucked up. Like, what's happening? Right? So now we have Gemma breaks it down to Tara that she ain't had sex in 3 weeks because it's time for the P test to make sure she didn't contract something, like we said. And now I understand why Clay is a little on edge. Okay, he ain't got no goods in 3 weeks. Now, every sexual experience that they've shown us between them two have not been a good one. I mean, Clay accused the poor woman of being dry. Like it's kind of tough. And he's been out here smashing shit at different clubhouses. So I don't know. I don't know what sex he's been missing these 3 weeks. It doesn't seem to be the most enjoyable time. But I guess it's the lady he loves. So eh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It seems to me, I don't know. Like I'm sitting here trying to think of something, and I just have no clue. They haven't seemed to. They flirt a lot. They kiss. They go, oh, yeah. You. They give you this false sense of everything is going good in that bedroom, but when we actually see it, it's not. So I don't know. 3 weeks of faking, maybe that's what he's missing. That comfort. I don't know. But once Tara and her have that talk, and she understands, but at some point we see that this is breaking her down, and we see her really considering this whole church group thing. We even see her grabbing the Bible and start reading scriptures while Clay is getting blowjobs at the end of the night, like for the release party or something. So Gemma has now went to the Bible, and I'm utterly confused. Gemma is one of the most when it comes to this, she's super complex. I have no idea. I have no idea what to think about her. I don't know. I don't know. But what else is most important? I mean, the nastiest thing probably this episode and probably the most important is Hale. Wow. Hale and the white nationalist. So we got the Cigar King, right? We know where he's made his fortune. Now, the interesting thing about the Cigar King and how bad he wants Charming. We all know it's going to be profitable to get the Starbucks in there, to get your Walmarts in there, to grow this town of Charming that's been untouched by outside capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Mom and pop shops are still strong. So, Plan A failed, right? We see what Plan B is. Now, I had a problem with this one scene. See if y'all catch it with me. Follow me if you will. So they go to the sites, right? Opie and Half Sack, and they see some dude dealing meth at a construction site. So naturally, they suit up like the Power Rangers, right? They was dressed without their cut, and then they was like, "Nope, grab my jacket, put your cut on here. I'm taking this baseball bat." I actually really like that though. It's like they come up as civilians just about to do a job, and then they see crime happening, which is so funny because they're criminals. So Obi and Halfsack see crime happening, they're like, "Where's the phone booth? Give me my goddamn Sons of Anarchy. Give me the Reaper." And they slap it on. They grab blunt objects and they go ahead into righting these wrongs. So I'm like, holy shit. So they get up there, press dude, and he's like, "This ain't what you want. See that? I got guys with me." Not odd. Not odd that it's two bald head white gentlemen with guns in their pants with no shirts on. They have athletic t-shirts on, and I'm just like, okay, I guess this is regular at construction sites. I've never seen it. I haven't visited many, but so what the fuck do I know? Maybe this is a regular occurrence. I don't know. I'm gonna roll with it though. And they like, okay. So Half Sack is down for the bullshit. He tells Opie like, "Hey, I'm good with a crowbar, but can't really dodge bullets." And Opie, again, he doesn't give a fuck how many people, what weaponry they got. He's with the shit. He's all in. He's ready to crash out. So we're looking a little concerned. And Half Sack is like, I don't want to follow you. I know I would have to, so maybe I could just talk you out of this. Let's get some reinforcements, right? Smart move, Half Sack. Reinforcements come, right? Now they're scrambling. They talking, they bring it to the table and they getting information. Okay, so we got info on the Cigar King, but he's a politician. He's a philanthropist. He's this, he's that. He seems like a square guy, square business guy. So we don't know how to really see what his motivation is for fucking with us, right? And they don't want to make a move, the wrong move, by starting some shit with a person they ain't got no info on. So I like that. I like that between Clay and Jax. They managed to agree on something. They managed to actually vote on something for once. And also, the next bit of business is we see Darby's men, we see Meth and Charmin. He's back at it again, right? Now, so as the club is trying to figure out the intentions, why Darby is cooking up meth, they're also trying to figure out like why is the Cigar King coming at them? Why now? What's going on? And who could he team up with that will come at us, right? That hates us. Who hates us the most? Who has the most to gain? And they both come up with hell. So Jax has a plan of, you know what? We got the info on the meth house, which was an outrageous scene. This is the scene I want to talk about. So reinforcements come, right? So they got Tig, they got guns, they're ready. So they have Juice lure the guy over there to sell him drugs. They then beat the shit out of him and get information as to where Darby has been cooking meth, right? Because they've been scouring the town, they couldn't find it. So they get the info. Now, my problem is the wrap up of this situation. What happened? Did they just beat the shit out of dude and dip? Did the guys not see, like, oh, wait, do you see that scrambling going on behind that? Like, what type of security just allows you to go off on your own with some dude behind a truck? They're horrible security. Horrible. I was just confused with that scene. I'm like, so then what? Does he not go back and just tell you left him alive? So does he not just go warn them like, yo, I told the Sons where the meth house is. You might want to shut shit down. So I don't know. I don't know. But so then when that information comes back to Jackson, them they then decide, okay, tell you what, we're gonna find out if hell is on the up and up. So we're gonna go tell him where it is, let him deal with it, right? If he makes a bust, it's all good. If he tells us it ain't shit there, then we know who the Cigar King has in his pocket. We know who Hell's working with. Good plan. They set it off. Jax meets his new buddy, new best buddy, Hell. They was looking like Clay and Unser back in the day, so we thinking that relationship might stand strong. And he goes and checks it out, finds Darby, has a weird conversation, and gives him a coupon for $150 off on cigars. Now, as a cigar smoker, that's a hell of a deal. You know how many Badura wrapped Astons I could buy with that? A lot. I was like, that's a nice little bribe if you ask me. You get you a humidor, you get you a lot of things, especially back in them early 2000s. Shit, Cigar King had that work. But anyway, so he gets that, and now Hell is pissed, right? He's not a fan of the white nationalists. He's not a fan of white supremacy, but he is a fan of Charming, and he is a fan of taking down the Sons. So now we're about to see where Hell is going to draw the line in the sand. And I gotta say, I'm very disappointed. For all the shit that he gave Unser, for years, he sits here and has this man explain to him how bringing drugs into Charming, blaming it on the Sons, get the Sons out of there, and then we thus take the drugs back out of Charming. Now, Hill stays strong, like, you want me to let you do what? Bring drugs in? What? No. People will get hurt. And I'm like, yeah, Hill, people will get hurt. No. And somehow he agrees to his plan after hearing this tale. Now, I've always wondered, outside of, I don't know, when you see people that just hate people of color, you wonder, like, damn, what happened to them? Right? Was it their environment? Were they raised to feel this way? Did they just look at us one day and go, I don't like that shade. I don't like your culture. Like, I just don't like it. I like it to the fact that I hate you now. Or did somebody do something to them? I'm like, what is this? where did this come from, Cigar King? You're such what happened? So then he shares this heartwarming story of just being a regular Joe, letting America be America, and then his wife gets gunned down in a drive-by. And I go, ah. And then that's when he just said he's gonna jump into the fight. I said, holy shit, I didn't know it was a fight. So I was like, message. Just cause you ain't at war, don't mean motherfuckers ain't at war with you. I was like, oh, that is and it's quite funny because of the times we're in. I'm like, damn, this show is so old and yet still so very relevant. I was like, god damn, these motherfuckers really are preparing to like jumping in and attacking like this is a war. But they the only ones fighting. They the only ones prepping. That's terrifying. Talk about unequipped and unready. God damn, I'd have been like, wait, who told me? Who rung the alarm, the war alarm? Please give me a heads up. Let me tool up first. But anyway, so now I see the Cigar King's motivation to want to just wipe us off, just get us on up out of here. I said, oh, you lost your loving wife to a drive-by. I'm like, okay, all right. Now, somehow that story moved Hale, and he just appealed to Hale's senses of some sensibility, and now Hale is working with them. And Clay tells Unser, yo, I told Hale this, so be on the lookout. Now, Hale calls Jackson, tells him, hey, about that meth house, nothing's there. Don't worry. And I said, you complete piece of shit. Wow, Hale. Wow. Not even Unser would allow drugs to flood the area. Are you serious? He has now reached a new low. This is the destruction of hell. Okay, that's it for him. Superman is dead. That's it. Cause it's not like what was I mean, like I'm thinking about the plan, and when he's explaining it, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But then as you actually think about it, how long is this process gonna take? How long? What is the what's the time frame of these drugs? It's not like drugs are just gonna be flooded and everybody's gonna be thirsty to purchase meth and charming in one day, and then you could go, hey, it's an epidemic. I think for it to become a huge problem, a lot of shit got to go wrong. People, mama's TVs and refrigerators got to go missing. Motherfuckers got to be dead off the meth. Uh, Motherfuckers got to be, wilding out. Like it's got to be a lot of noticeable issues happening, crime by way of meth, for it to even become a thing, so you could pin it on the Suns. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just, I don't know, sneak into their warehouse, drop off a kilo or two of the meth, hide it in a bike somewhere, and then call the feds with an anonymous tip? I'm sure the ATF lady would be more than happy to accompany the DEA and let them know everything, and that'd be kind of hard to explain. So I don't know why that plan, where you don't hurt innocent people and expose them to drugs, I don't know how my plan that I just came up with off the top of my head. But anyway, and Hale is just ready for crime and nonsense to just run rampant in order to get the Suns, who don't commit any crimes in Charming. Like outside of Charming, the motherfuckers are crazy. They shooting shit up, they selling guns, cool. They don't do none of that in the city, and they don't allow any of that to happen in the city. So Hale has, I don't know, I don't know. But now we all know that Hell's a piece of shit. Everybody's on it. So now the Suns are finna go take care of this meth problem themselves. So yep, they shoot it out, don't hit nobody, and blow up the house. All right, to send that message like, hey, it's not going down. And I'm just like, wow. How do you shoot that many guns through a window and nobody get hit? Nobody. And now Hell is dirty. Unser now knows he's dirty, and now so we're gonna leave that like how we're gonna mend this thing. Clay and Gemma still ain't good. Guess we gotta wait till those results come back. Maybe she'll warm back up to him, but she's got the Bible cracked open, and now they're all partying. Oh, and Tara, we gotta talk about Tara. She is. Gemma comes to her with a piece of advice when she sees the girl hanging all over Jackson. She even let Jax kiss this chick on the lips. I'm like, wow, Tara, as they staring at her through the window. And Gemma like, you can't let that shit happen. You need to whoop that bitch ass in front of everybody. Let a motherfucker know. And I was like, yeah, she might have to do that. And she was like, what am I, a teenager? You forget, she is a responsible woman. She is a doctor. As much as we wanted her to run outside and beat the shit out of a girl and give her the hands at the party, she is a doctor. And she's not just any doctor. I think she's a surgeon. So she can't just be throwing these knuckles around. She can't be looking like Clay versus the hood of an SUV. That might not be good for her career as a surgeon. I don't think. But seeing these women want Jax turned her on, so she smashes Jax in the bathroom. Oh, girl walks in with her little broken heart, and Tara's like, "Yeah, you see what's happening. I ain't gotta whip your ass. This is mine. You see me smash on top of a sink, baby. I got this one." So Tara's looking like she's going further and further into the dark side this episode. And the white nationalists have a plan. Another one. Here goes plan B, because plan A with Gemma did not work out so hotly. And now they have Hell on their side, which, and you know what blows me this episode? I don't know what pushed Hell over the limit to do that. It could have just been that story he shared with him. And then his relationship with the sons were getting better and things were moving forward. And he did get an innocent woman killed. So you would imagine he's like, I could see if Hale told them to do something and he fucked them over, they fucked him over. And he's like, I knew I couldn't trust the sons. There was literally no outside force forcing Hale to do what he did. So that's really weird. I think that was lazy writing. I'm not going to lie to you. And because of that, I'm going to give this episode like 6 out of 10, maybe? 6, maybe 7? A lot of weird shit was happening. A lot of unexplained things. They just kind of threw it out there and said, this is what it is. Even if it didn't make sense or not. But whatever. So, I don't know. But this is your Teller Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm out, man. Protect your health, yourself, your wealth. Your boy Rose out of here. Peace. Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Real. And I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? All right, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, all right? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,